This is AnimeCons TV. We're your source for reports and discussions on AnimeCons and other fan conventions. I'm Sketch.
And I'm Shiva. Each month we'll take one episode and respond to your questions and comments. Let's start off this month with a text message.
We got a text and photo from Movie Phone Guy. Derp.
I've movie phoned from my movie phone. Love movie phone. Oh, come on, dude. Really? That's like worse than Pun Day Monday.
What's hanging outside in front of his TV? Anyway.
On YouTube, the Pony Gamer asks, is it a good reason to start a convention because there's a fandom that has a huge following and has no convention? It only has panels at anime conventions, but it doesn't have a convention of its own. I won't say what the fandom is because people might steal my idea. Well, as you know, we're going to start off with our fearless leader Patrick D's advice, which is no! Never start a convention. As someone who's started and worked at many conventions, he has entire panels on why it's a bad idea to start any kind of convention, at least until you've been like a higher staff level member at another con for at least a few years. And without that experience, it's almost impossible, and it's a huge financial undertaking.
Yeah, it's a certified road to failure.
And there's something else you might want to think about too. We actually did an episode on niche conventions, which is basically talking about conventions that address a particular fandom or a particular area, and how a lot of them struggle more than even general conventions, because now you're speaking to an even smaller audience than you would at like a larger theme convention like anime or sci-fi. When you talk about something that's more specific like Star Trek or a Star Wars convention, you know, it's harder to get more people to get in the door, so that really struggles to overcome that hump as well. And I think that episode was a little while ago now, but one of the things we were talking about is the cons that are specific that do well. Usually those shows like Star Trek or something like that are kind of more of a pop cultural phenomenon that spans decades than just a show that might be really hot right now that has a lot of fans. I mean, we could probably talk about shows that were super, super popular when we started going to cons over 10 years ago. That
X-Files.
Not X-Files. I mean, think like Ouran High School, like things that were crazy, like things were psycho popular when we started that now. So there's not a lot of longevity to build from either. I
forget. 10 is actually 20 for me nowadays. So it was sad. I forgot. Anyway.
Yeah,
but the other thing too, note from our editor, if it happens to be Homestuck fandom, the creator of Homestuck does not want to have a fan-run convention of Homestuck. So,
and you
they want to add that too.
If you don't have the people behind you that actually work for the show, like the voice actors, that's probably not going to help you do well either. No. So, something to keep in mind.
So just remember, no. Also on YouTube, we got a bunch of people commenting on our video of the SAC Anime Costume Contest, pointing out who they were. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Holly Angel adds, most of the people who won weren't cosplaying anime or manga, which went against the official SAC Anime Cosplay Contest rules. Just saying.
Usually in our experiences participating in masquerades and costume contests is that the coordinator of those contests actually has the final yay or nay say on what gets to enter. So that might be something you want to ask them. Usually they have feedback after the convention, and I would ask if it were me. I would try to find out what happened there. It might have been they didn't have enough entries. Yeah. So I don't know. On Facebook, Ruben commented on last month's feedback episode saying, "This episode was a bit sketchy." What happened, Sketch?
I don't know. The internet just didn't like me that day. I was trying to upload it, and then I thought it was all good, and then ends up Patrick found out, oh, there's only 3 minutes of the feedback.
This is what happens when I don't supervise.
Yes.
Just saying. Via email, Jake wrote, "Greetings. I have noticed that a lot of conventions that I attend over the year intend to do one peculiar thing with their schedules is the lack of a mobile schedule for cell phones. There are plenty of apps like Guidebook and Sked, as well as uploading a PDF file of the paper schedule to their website. What I find strange is many conventions, both big and small, do not advertise that there's a digital version available anywhere on their websites, or have a banner that states this at the convention. Why is it that so many conventions are not taking more advantage of these apps when it could be updated if panels change, as well as cut down to paper overhead costs? Thank you for your time, Jake." That's a really good question. What do you think?
I'm not really sure, because, I mean, so far a lot of conventions I go, they're pretty prevalent in saying we have the mobile app. Even non-anime or fan conventions I've been to have them now. As terms for advertising, saying, yeah, it should be something a con should put money in to advertise, only because it allows for more flexibility too for the common user. I mean, I've seen conventions where the schedule was this giant giant map of stuff just so they could get into this pamphlet thing, and no one really used it because who's going to unfold it?
Well, especially cosplaying, you don't want to carry all that stuff around.
But if you can have it on your phone, it's great. So conventions should advertise that they have it, and those two apps mainly, like Guidebook, I know specifically how that works. Is, I mean, they make their money by like per cent download.
Right.
But in general, it's just a great thing because I can open up the app and then click on the convention I'm at and download it, and then they'll even set up where, like, if they change something, will notify me. So honestly, conventions should advertise.
And I think that's something people should give conventions as feedback. Again, you know, I think that sometimes conventions or the people who organize them might not realize that, hey, this information is not as ready available as we would like it to be, or we're not taking advantage of these apps, and maybe we should be. And I think that's where, as attendees, we have a lot of power to change something that's something very straightforward and relatively simple like that. Like, hey, this should get promoted more, or hey, we should try to take advantage of this. And that's something I would definitely advise conventions to do.
Alright, now let's take a look at the anime conventions that are coming up through November 2016 as found on AnimeCons.com.
It's November already?
No, we're just showing the November stuff.
It's going by too fast.
Just
I don't like
ahead.
it. I don't like it.
We're just showing stuff ahead.
It's fall already. I don't like it.
It's September. It's alright.
Coming up on AnimeCons TV, Patrick visits 2 small conventions in one day, and they're 2 cons that hate each other! Ugh. Why? What happened? You'll have to tune in to find out.
And you can look forward to our next feedback episode, which is the first one ever hosted by Svetlana.
Woohoo!
So go get those artists' questions in by October 21st. And actually, speaking of Svet, she has opened an online store on her website at svetlana.com.
Svetlania.com.
Svetlania. Okay, I don't know how to read. So that's SVETLANIA.com.
She's got some exclusive goodies there, including a coloring book featuring Mr. Raccoon as seen hidden in DramaCon, Night School, and Awkward. It's so cute. You should get one.
If you order anything, you can add some AnimeCons TV stickers in your order for free.
Awesome.
Ooh,
Swag.
free swag. We want to hear from you. You, not movie phone, you. Leave us a voicemail at 762-ADEQUATE, that's 762-233-7828.
You can also text us at that number. Send us a photo of something funny, although make sure to say who you are so we know who's texting us.
And we can send the authorities. No. And you also can email us at podcast@animecons.tv. Now remember, that's TV, not .com.
Get all your friends to subscribe to us. You can subscribe on iTunes at itunes.animecons.tv. Search for AnimeCons TV on YouTube, or watch us on our site at animecons.tv.
And you can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
See you next week.
See ya.
Hey everybody, everyone loves you.
Let's go to the mall.
And zoom in to turn off.